Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin also here, only a quick update. Don't have too much time today, but made an update late yesterday, so you probably have all the background information. If anybody has a question, please refer back to that previous video. What is slightly concerning is that we lost this ascending trend line here that I mentioned yesterday. I mean, we came down to it, touched it, but when we then moved all the way up again, we did not manage to get back into this descending wedge that we had on the chart. So that is slightly concerning that we lost the trend line. However, the target for the bulls now needs to be to reclaim that. Again, here it can still be a wave 4, even though it's now getting unrealistic. If we move much further down below 20,060 or 20,070, it will not be a wave 4 anymore. But then we could see it. Then we could see it as another 1-2, like Ethereum is doing. Again, all not really pointing towards the strength here, and again, all making those signals a little bit more diluted or muddying the waters a little bit. Because what we finally want to see is a substantial breakout above that $21,700 level. That would be the bullish scenario that needs to work out, and that is what needs to happen for this bullish scenario, for the breakout to happen. Bear in mind, at the moment, for good reason, as long as we are below 23.3k, I am extremely skeptical about this breakout, and I am focusing still also very much on the downside, and we all have to expect still a price below 17,500, because we have not broken those structural levels yet. But we have various reversal patterns here. Had this ascending triangle, unfortunately that broke. Then we had this so-called Adam and Eve possibly, but even here we would have had to retest this and then move higher. We didn't. Now we still have one possibility here, which is an inverse head and shoulders, which I mentioned in the last video, where we have a neckline of 21,700. But from an Elliott Wave point of view, this can still be a wave 4, and it is a wave 4 until we go below 20,070. From a more detailed perspective, you can see that in this wave 4, we moved down in an A, we moved up in a B, and we came down here in a C. Now, question is, where are we in this C? And we can again also label the subwaves for that. From the B high here, we came down in what I believe was a wave 1. We then moved up in a wave 2. Here with a wave B that went a bit lower. It's all fine. We came down in a wave 3, moved up in a 4, and came down in a 5. And that 5 could be complete at any time now. Let's measure some targets for that. So meaning wave 4 should really come to its end now. Yeah, it should really come to its end. So let's take a look at the retracements again for this wave 4. And you can see that we have now reached, let me just double check that. Wave 2. To the high, let me just add a bit. So we've reached the 61.8 fib level already, here at 20,480. Therefore, we're finding here some support at the previous wave 1 high as well. So that is powerful support. Now we could still go lower here to the 78.6% fib level at 20k. That is next support. But I can tell you, if we do that, it's not a wave 4 anymore. Then we'll have to find a way to count this as a 1-2 possibly. So that would still not be necessarily bearish, but again, would muddy the waters a little bit, would add another 1-2 setup. And again, the more 1-2s you get, normally it is very bullish, because these create a foundation for the next bull run. But the more of them, the more of the 1-2s you have, the less likely it is that it still is a bullish wave count, and the more likely the bearish wave count gets. So here 20,480 should actually be the level where we're turning around ideally. We don't yet see evidence for that. Best evidence that wave 4 is complete would be a move back above the trend line and above this wave 4 high here at 21,180. we can have also another projection by looking here at the length of the wave A. Let's do that all the way to the wave B high here. And that would give us a target of the 1.618 extension at 20,000. So there you can see if we go down to 20,000, then this would indicate that it is not a wave 4 anymore. So we need to have the $20,000 level on the radar. That falls in line with that 78.6% fib level I just showed you. Other way to calculate that would be to take the length of the wave 1 and add it to the wave 4. And this gives us 20,250. Okay, so that is one more target. So somewhere, okay, so wave 4 should be finished somewhere between now, because this is a 61.8 target, 61.8% fib level, and 20,000. So if we don't reverse here, yeah, then in my opinion, something unlikely is happening, and then it would become a wave 2, and then we would pull down further than expected. Key here would be, just think, yeah, key would be then to hold the 18,750 level, because if we don't, then we're falling back too much, in my opinion, yeah, and then this whole impulse will be at risk or will be invalidated. So this being the bullish scenario, let's have a glance over the bearish one. This is actually working out quite well. Can see that we still were or are in this flag, yeah, bearish flag, a WXY pattern, when we reached the wave Y peak, which actually should have gone a little bit higher. But again, we've got a trend line here that can sometimes stop this stuff. From a bearish point of view, you would actually expect now a move down to that trend line again, and that is at 19,500. So indicating, yeah, if we really find support at this 20k level that I just mentioned to you, and we're not able to pull back to that support level here, could then help us to lean a little bit more to the bullish scenario, because here in the bearish one you would definitely expect a move down to that $19,500 level. It remains interesting. Then if we break below that, break out of this ascending channel, out of this flag pattern, then we would need to go below 18,570 here, and the wave X low first at 19k, and then yeah, we're probably going to go down here, make lower lows, and key support for that would be 16,900. I still have to primarily expect at the moment lower prices, even though the signals for Bitcoin at the moment are fairly unclear. There are some coins that have a realistic chance for a breakout, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, for example, and Quant. And there are others that are looking still completely messy, like ADA, Chainlink, Polkadot, where I would at the moment, with a very, very high likelihood, still expect another lower low. And even for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, I have to expect it, because we have not broken those key structural levels that I already mentioned weeks ago, that are so important to at least consider making the bullish scenario the primary one. So for now, we're focusing further on the downside, but I'm giving you here clear bullish wave count as well, to make sure that we all understand where we are and that we're not missing a possible bull run. All right, and that's my view about Bitcoin. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership, and also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.